So behind me is a new construction house that it looks like the construction has been paused. Whether it was due to the coronavirus or not, I'm not sure. But one thing to consider here in these slowed down economic times, because countries have been shut down due to the coronavirus, is how the housing market will be affected. Now, I'm in America, the United States of America, and in 2007, there was a housing crisis based on too much debt in the system. Too many people were buying too many houses, and there was too much credit being issued, and it caused a crisis in the financial system and in the housing market system. And it pretty much caused housing prices to go down 50%, and it took years to recover. And so the question is now, during these economic times where pretty much the entire country is shut down, how long will this last, and how will it affect the housing market? Will the housing market crash, or will it just stop appreciating as fast? Because for the past couple of years, housing prices have gone up and past all-time highs. So even if the housing market would go back down 10% or 20%, it would still kind of even out to a somewhat normal level. And you see behind me, I'm in a nice neighborhood. This is a big house, a multi-story, probably about 5-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, a couple thousand square feet. They no longer make single-story, quaint little houses in most areas, definitely not in nice areas. So as housing, the size of houses has increased, the cost of housings have increased. If there is economic slowdowns, is that sustainable? Again, it'll be an individual thing, but when money is lost in the stock market, when asset prices go down, when the economic times slow, when commerce slows, there's less money in the system, and therefore there's less risk being taken, less credit being issued, and less houses being built. And in 2007, a lot of these houses like this stayed in rubble, stayed in pre-construction mode for several years until the economy picked back up. So will that happen again? I don't know. But it's definitely an observation in my travels, in my walk. One thing I noticed when the economy started to improve after 2007 is construction picked up. When construction picks up, that's a sign of economic growth. When construction slows, that's the sign of economic downturn. Construction is a great indicator on if a country is growing economically or regressing. And right now, unless you're an essential worker, and some construction workers are considered essential, with so many limitations on how close you can be to people, on certain even banks being closed, and contractors not being able to be hired, there's a freeze on a lot of things. So is now a good time to buy a house? Well, you can't even hold an open house right now, I think, in most places. So each individual person will have to see their individual circumstance. Someone made a comment to me about inflation. Well, look, even if they print money, which they are doing right now, quantitative easing, etc., if asset prices go down, stock market, etc., then you can print more money and it doesn't cause inflation because people lost money. And if you lose money on equity in your house, even if they print more money, inflation may not be there. So it's a counterbalance. So no one knows the future, including me. I don't know if housing will go up or down as far as equity and pricing, but I'm making this video documenting it in 2020 here in springtime, kind of like at the height of the economic slowdown. And we're going to see how long this lasts, and if the housing market crashes again, or if it's just a blip on the radar. Leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Will housing go up or down? Subscribe to the channel if you're not. Click the thumbs up. Check out my playlist and my Patreon. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love.